Hey you guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the weeks of March 2nd through the 16th, 2020. So I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully these messages give you some clarity. If you want to book your own personal or private reading, you can email me TemajTarot@gmail.com. And payments and orders are collected on Fridays. If you want to reach me by phone, that's a separate process. So make sure that you're subscribed so that you can get the notifications of when I am taking calls. All right, so let's get started here. Central issue, heart of the matter is the Fool. Almost leaked there. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Judgment, Page of Cups, and the Hermit. All right, so it looks as if you guys are in the middle of a journey. It looks like you are maybe starting over, starting fresh. Looks like you are letting go. You might be taking some sort of risk. You could be getting to make a move that is some sort of gamble. I'm getting that you don't care anymore. I feel like you're walking away from any type of deception or lies. I feel like you just don't have time for it. I also feel, though, that you could be either someone is following you on your journey and you're unaware of it. You're totally clueless to the fact that someone's lurking, following you, spying on you. Or this is you aware of something, but you're just choosing to ignore. Like you're trying to avoid a situation, trying to avoid people, a person, and it just looks like you are disconnecting. Now, even if you are trying to escape or run away or avoid a situation, it's still like you're leaving out clues to be found. Like wherever you're headed, you're like, let's say just something as simple as you deciding to get rid of one of your old profiles, but you tell everybody, you're like, follow me on this, at this new site, and you kind of leave a clue, but then like the new page is private or something, so that you have to see all the people who are requesting your friendship. So maybe you're somehow trying to figure out how you can find out who's snooping on you. I also feel that maybe something has been unfair. I feel like you're trying to get back centered. You might be feeling like life is unfair, or you don't like the hand that you were dealt, because it looks like, I feel like you're trying to be fair, or you are trying to do the right things in life. Maybe if you're dealing with someone, you feel like, hey, I was fair. I gave them a chance, or I was patient. Like you're looking at things from a higher perspective, but at the end of the day, you still are feeling empty, or like the same thing wasn't shared with you. So because of that, because the situation was unfair, maybe you decide to just let it go or move on. You're like, well, if they can't offer what I'm offering, then I have to let go. And it does look like you're letting go of something that you still care about. You still have hope for change. You're still hoping that something will change or hoping that someone will change. But until there is change, I feel like you're not waiting. You're like, I can't sit around and wait. So I'm just going to have to let go and focus on other things until it happens. Yeah. I feel like you're hungry. I feel like there's this emptiness. Um, I feel that you aren't getting your needs met. I feel like you asked for something, but the thing, whatever you're getting in return is empty. Maybe you're dealing with empty people, people that you can't seem to emotionally connect with. I feel like there needs to be forgiveness or apologies. It's possible that someone may offer an apology or offer an explanation. I still just don't like how afterwards you still feel empty. Empty promises. There is a need. I feel like the past is going to resurface. And it looks like you fall right back into it some type of way. Like whatever you're trying to escape, you fall right back into it. Because you can't run away from something until you've properly dealt with it or had some sort of closure. Excuse me, either closure within yourself, closure with the way the situation turned out, but it just still looks like there's a need to confront the past. I also feel that something you thought was over because you hadn't heard anything is not over. So if you were waiting for an apology or if you were waiting to hear from someone, I feel that there's another opportunity coming for this person to, speak their mind, speak their heart. Something is happening where you're being asked to, like, it just looks like something is being summoned, like you're being summoned. It's like having to answer your calling. Or like you can't escape your past or you can't escape whatever you're called to do. Now, the Hermit does indicate that you're doing some sort of soul searching. I feel like you're trying to find answers. You're trying to find out information. You're trying to understand why things are happening. So I just feel like you're digging deep. You may be becoming even more philosophical. I also feel like someone is going to communicate once they're ready. And I also feel like someone's going to try and get your attention. It's just that their attempts are barely noticeable. Like, I want to say they're not trying hard enough or they need to put more effort into something. I almost feel like someone writes you a letter saying, writes you a message saying I'm sorry, but the letters are so tiny that you need a magnifying glass to see, like, does it say sorry? Like, I can't make it out. I can't make out what they're saying to me. So I feel like you're trying to make out or find clues, or you're trying to say, is this for me? Like, what is this? Someone might send something to you, like a literal package or a gift. So now I also feel like someone is watching you and studying you. Like you're being studied and observed and spied on by someone who's not ready to say they're sorry or who's not ready to ask you out. So definitely some sort of lurking. I something about seeing these two cards together also makes me feel that someone is into S&M or bondage, especially when it comes to psychological bondage. So someone is maybe keeping you in the dark, or someone is trying to hold on to you by manipulating you into staying somehow. That, like, I feel like you're being manipulated into staying stuck. Someone is trying to dominate you mentally. I feel like you also may be trying to stop thinking about someone, but you can't. And the more you try to suppress your thoughts or tell yourself that you don't care or tell yourself that you're not thinking about them, the worse it gets. And then it gets kind of obsessive. It over, it consumes you. Something starts to consume you mentally, where it could even affect your health or your work. I feel that you could be dealing with any sign. So I'm getting strong Aquarian energy, but also could be dealing with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo. I feel too like your own fears may be holding you back. There's a need for you to, it's almost like you're waiting for a savior or you're waiting to be rescued. But you can save yourself. You don't really need anyone to save you. That's just what you think. So there's a need for you to, you know, reclaim your mental power back, change your way of thinking. Maybe think about something from a different perspective. Now, in a literal sense, I see that someone could be locked away literally in jail. And it could be that, you know, someone is still planning on pursuing you once they're released. And it also could be that you're dealing with someone who, yes, is a manipulator, who plays a lot of mind games, or who tries to keep you under control. Someone who's very controlling or compulsive. They have some sort of compulsion disorder, or they might have some sort of codependency. You also may be in denial about your feelings for someone, or in denial that someone is actually really just a reflection of your shadow side. Maybe you're in denial if you're not dealing with anyone. Maybe you're in denial that you just need to do shadow work, period. You know, maybe there's still something going on within you. Okay, before I say that, because I'd rather say something else. So what I really want to say is that there's someone around you that the attraction is so intense. You're trying to deny it, trying to push that energy away. So let's say, so I get a lot of people say, why can't I let this person's energy go? Why am I still holding on to this person? I feel like it's because this person is helping you do shadow work, even if you're not physically together. I feel like the reason why their energy is still attached to yours, why you haven't been able to cut the cords, is because you are still needing to do some sort of shadow work. And so even though you guys aren't physically together, they're helping you work on yourself, or helping you realize that, you know, there's something going on within you. Or that you're denying yourself of something. Because I do get like, I don't know if you're trying to act like a martyr. I'm sorry, you know, I have to use like a personal example. Like I was thinking the other day, like, how do you tell the difference between wanting a relationship and needing a relationship? And I know we preach so much about not needing any relationship, but every now and then I'm wondering, like, what if sometimes you just do? Like, that is part of your soul's purpose. And it's not saying that you don't love yourself or you haven't practiced enough self-love. But let's just say, okay, yes, you've gone through dark night of the soul. You understand what real love is. You understand that you love yourself. You've embraced yourself, even though you're still working on yourself. But at the same time, you don't have love, and you're saying that you don't need it, but it's like, okay, yeah, now you do. It's okay. It's safe to say that you need love, you know. And that's just kind of something, my personal struggle. Like, I'm like, do I need it or do I just want it? So it's just kind of like a philosophical view. It's up to you, and everyone's decision is different, but there's something to think about, you know. But it does look like something's going on where you're needing to confront these issues. Now, it does look like at some point this is someone who is coming off very guarded and protective of whatever it is that they're getting ready to face. She looks very strong. She looks like she's strong, and she's like, okay, I see you. I know what I'm dealing with. Now come at me. So I kind of feel like, in a sense, this is like that chariot energy to me. Once someone is ready to face their fears and they just kind of cut off all emotions and they're just ready to deal with something, ready to challenge. I feel like she's ready. Look how she's got her sword up. And this person, they're acting like they're not doing anything. They're like, I don't have any weapons. And it's just like, that's just a ploy. You know, like, I know you. You're full of tricks. You're full of this and that. Like, I'm ready for you. So it could be at some point you feel like you're ready to deal with these issues at hand. And I think too, what it is that if there is someone that you're interested in, they may be someone who would be a very heavy burden to deal with. And maybe you had good reason to push someone away, but something keeps calling your attention back. Something keeps saying there's unfinished business. And so at some point you say, you know, maybe I should just confront this person or confront this situation. Instead of trying to avoid them or run away from them. You know, I haven't been able to cut their energy. Maybe there's a reason to that. Now, and then two, something is temptation. Something is definitely coming off as temptation, and having strong desires or chemistry with someone. And I feel like someone does not trust what is being offered. She looks like, to me, they look like the same woman, or they have the same type of energy. They're sitting back, relaxed, not really trying. At least it looks like it. And she looks so innocent, and he's standing here looking at her, but he's guarded. He's just like, I don't know if I could trust her. You know, she's coming off, she's flirting, she's looking all innocent, but I've been burned in the past. I've been hurt before. I'm very suspicious of her calmness. I'm very suspicious of her confidence. How can you be so sure? So I'm getting the energy, two different energies. One person feels very confident about what they want. They're like, I know what I want. And this person is like, well, I don't know if I have the same level of confidence. And even like looking on the flip side, it looks like she's watching him and he's watching her, and he's having doubts, cold feet, or he's insecure some type of way. He's got the bandage on his head, and she's coming out of the woods or coming out from some sort of dark place, and she's luring him to come to the dark side or someone. I don't know. So yeah, that's funny. Someone is trying to lure someone to come to the dark side. It's just like, come over here. And it's just kind of funny. And I feel like if you decide to move forward, like I just see her coming out from that dark energy here, from that dark cave. But I feel like if you do decide to go forward with something, yes, you should be guarded, and you should take precaution, and be very observant, and try not to lose yourself, and pay attention. So those are all the messages. I hope it makes sense or resonates. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.